What's up, guys? This is Gunzilla here, and today I'm bringing you the first episode of my newest series called Best Class Setups. So each video we're going to be talking about a different gun and the best ways to use them. And of course, it's just personal preference, but I think the ways I have these set up are you guys might want to try them out. I think they go really well together. So yeah, so today's gun we'll be talking about is the Remington R5. So the first class I have set up here is going to be red dot suppressor on the Remington. And the red dot, the reason why I use red dots is because the iron sights on the Remington are okay, but they're not the best. And I feel like red dots really increase my accuracy with the gun. So why not add the red dot on? And if you can live with the Remington iron sights, that's good. You can have an extra slot to use an extra attachment or perk, whatever you want. But I have the red dot and then suppressor. Suppressor is going to be really good on this gun. With most guns, it's going to, like when you put a suppressor on it, it's going to dull down the damage. Well, with this gun, I feel like it helps it in many ways. One of the two ways it helps, two important ways, is that first off, it's stealthy. You're trying to be stealthy, that's the main reason why you want to put on a suppressor is to be off the map when you shoot. And then second, the main way I love it, the main reason I put it on so much is it makes the kick predictable. So I know when I go down to aim, I know where to hit the body, and I know where the gun's going to go when I start shooting. It's really good to use. So I highly recommend putting the suppressor on the Remington because it's not like the other guns that really dull down the damage and make it crappy. No, it's actually the opposite, and I think it really makes it better. So yeah, then we have the secondary, which is it doesn't really matter what you have for secondary. Same thing with lethal and tactical. That's all personal preference. And then we get to perks. So for perk setup, I have ready up, sleight of hand, on the go, dead eye, and off the grid. So the reason why I use ready up is because you need to be able to get in your sights as quick as possible because Remington doesn't have the fastest fire rate of all the assault rifles in its class, so you want to make sure when you do shoot and when you do get in a gunfight, make sure every bullet is, you just get there fast and start shooting before they can shoot you, and hopefully kill them. And then we have the sleight of hand. I couldn't think of the perk for a second there. Sleight of hand. The reason why I use sleight of hand is because I just love the fast reload in here. It's really fast, so it's worth using. Unlike Black Ops 2's version of sleight of hand, where it really didn't make that big of a difference, sleight of hand does in this game. So I highly recommend putting it on sleight of hand. It's good in gunfights when you're back-to-back gunfights where you need to hurry up and reload and get back into action. And then on the go, it's only one perk point slot, and I think it's really good for what it does. And you can reload on the go, so when you're trying to run from danger, you can reload. And with sleight of hand, you'll reload really fast. So it's good for reloading your gun. Sleight of hand and on the go really good together. And for on the go's point value, you can't beat it. Same thing with Deadeye. Since it's so cheap for as perk value points, I would use it, especially even on unsuppressed classes. It's really good. But since we have a suppressed class, I thought I'd put it in here because when you shoot them, you just want to be stealthy as possible. You just want to be completely anonymous to the enemy team. And then with off the grid, of course, since we have a suppressed class, we want to stay off the enemy radar with all the SATCOMs going around, laying around. We want to make sure that we're undetectable at all times. And then for a strike package, like I have Assault 3, 5, and 7, they go really good together. They're really good chained together. So if you want to try that strike package setup, it's a really good one. Okay, so on to the second and last class setup I have for the Remington is going to be the red dot and then the muzzle brake. So we go from having a suppressor all the way to a muzzle brake. The suppressor dies down the damage just a little bit, not just statistically, it doesn't feel like it does, but the muzzle brake increases the damage and I think the accuracy as well. But I just know it helps the gun out a lot, killing faster. So if you're feeling like you're having a hard time with the Remington killing, which is it's not actually. The Remington kills pretty fast because it has a lot of damage, but in turn for that, it has a slow fire rate. So you want to make sure every bullet does its fair share of damage. So I put on the muzzle brake because it just really adds that oomph that it needs to really just be a killing machine. Then for secondaries and lethals and tacticals, of course, it's all personal preference again. And then on to the perks we have for this class setup. We have ready up, sleight of hand, which is the same from last class, but we change them up a little bit with stalker and focus. So stalker's really good because you'll be able to walk around corners, aim down sight, and just strafe left to right while they're shooting you and make it hard for the enemy to shoot you while you're going left to right. So it's really good to have. And then focus, since you do, like I said, fire slowly other than versus the other assault rifles, you want to make sure that every bullet counts. Okay, so you don't want when the enemy's shooting you to flinch and some of your bullets go off to the side. You need every bullet to count, especially with its fire rate. And that's one of the biggest problems I think the Remington has, is its fire rate, and a lot of people don't use it because the fire rate is just too slow for them. So make sure that when you get in a gunfight, every bullet counts and every bullet hits. So focus is really good, especially, you know, if you can, even on suppressed classes, if you want to change out some of them other perks I had and put focus in, I would highly recommend. Focus is really good with about any class, but it goes especially well with the Remington R5. And then lastly, we have the strike package. Assault is the same from last class, 3, 5, and 7, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of Best Class Setups. I'll be doing more of these videos really soon, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. Peace out.